أهلا بكل الذين ينضموا للاستماع إلى راديو بلدي أول راديو عربي أمريكي ويعنى بقضايا العرب في المهجر. برامجنا في راديو بلدي كل يوم جمعة من 8 وحتى 9 صباحا مع ليلى الحسيني في بث حي ومباشر عبر wnzk راديو 690 AM. صباح الخير بلدي، صباح الخير لكل مستمعينا.
Welcome to Radio Baladi, the first Arab, Middle Eastern, and American simulcast radio show. Radio Baladi is broadcast every Friday morning on wnzk 690 AM from 8 until 9 Eastern Time on Good Morning Michigan with Layla Al-Husseini. Our call-in number 248-557-3300. And now, stay tuned for the best radio talk show on Arab and American issues with your host, Layla Al-Husseini.
Today's program is brought to you by Sling TV, Utica Schools, and IBB CAP.
10 hours for $150 a year. All on the go with an 8-day replay feature. Activate now by calling 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic.
Welcome to the United States. Please proceed to the passport control.
ماذا يقول؟ إلى أين أذهب؟ ماذا علي أن أفعل؟ لو سمحت هل تساعدني؟ ماذا قال هذا الرجل في الإعلان؟
ألا تعرف الإنجليزية؟
أعرف ولكن أساسيات فقط.
عليك بتعلم اللغة.
ولكن أين؟ يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام، أساتذة متخصصون، منهج متميز، يمكنك التسجيل طوال العام. لرسوم التسجيل ومواعيد الفصول الدراسية عليك الاتصال بالهاتف رقم
586-797-6960 586-797-6960.
تحدث اللغة وتعلم نمط الحياة مع يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام. تعلم، تحدث وأكثر.
كنت أبحث عن اشتراك في خدمة تلفزيونية جديدة، لكن صاحب المتجر أخبرني عن IPTV بوكس والتي تحتوي على القنوات العربية.
ادفع لمرة واحدة فقط واستمتع بالقنوات المميزة مدى الحياة مجانا.
يا له من عرض! لقد ظننت أنني تسرعت في الشراء، وفي غضون أسبوعين بدأت قنواتي المفضلة في الاختفاء. حاولت الاتصال بالشركة، عندها اكتشفت أنه ليس لدي تصريح لمشاهدة القنوات المميزة. يا لها من مضيعة للمال والوقت.
تفضل بزيارة checkyourbox.com اليوم للتأكد من أن جهاز IPTV بوكس الخاص بك مصرح به وأن قنواتك المفضلة متاحة وآمنة، ولا تنخدع بالسعر فقط.
It's never too early to get your child on the right track. From their first words to first grade, Dreamy Children's Center in Troy works closely with parents to provide an experience that goes beyond early education. The highly qualified and experienced staff use a variety of programs that can help nurture important personality traits like responsibility, independence, problem-solving, motivation, and respect. They also have educational programs ranging from preschooling for infants, toddlers, transitional toddlers, and pre-K to Montessori-approved programs and bilingual curriculums for young children. They're open from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., can provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner with snacks in between, and can also arrange for after-school pickup. Dreamy Children's Center in Troy is located at 37373 DeQuinder, just above 16 Mile Road, and can be found on Facebook at Dreamy Children's Center. Ask about the free preschool program. Call today, 248-680-9170, 248-680-9170.
Sorry, had to grab the mic there. Good morning, Radio Bellady listeners. This is Adel Mozip welcoming you to the show. We're talking today about Ramadan, and it's Ramadan in the eyes of Muslim American youth. I have today a panel of young, motivated Muslim Americans who are going to be sharing with us their experiences in Ramadan in America, and we would like to hear your memories and your experiences in Ramadan as well. You can share them on social networking, on Twitter and on Facebook using the hashtag Radio Bellady or Ramadan Memories, and we will be able to say your tweet or your Facebook post on the air for this hour from 8 to 9. And I'm very glad that you all joined us today. I have with me in the studio Ms. Nada Al-Hanouti, She is a graduate of Master's in Women's Studies. She is currently a substitute teacher at Dearborn Public Schools and is a candidate for the Dearborn City Council. Welcome, Nida, to the program.
Thank you for having me.
That's a pleasure. And I also have with me in the studio a student who is very interested in data sciences, Batul Abbasi. Batul, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, just get closer to the mic so
okay.
The listeners can hear you. You can also actually watch this program live on US Arab Radio Facebook page. We are live on Facebook Live, so you'll be able to watch the show if you are not near a PC, to listen to our live broadcast on WNZK, also 690 AM. To participate in the show, you may call 248-557-3300. We will go right now for a promo for this program. We already prepared for you, and it's of youth and Dr. Muhammad Al-Hakim, who is a youth coordinator and a youth counselor at the Islamic Center of Detroit, and talking about Ramadan in the eyes of Muslim American youth. We will hear this promo, and we will be back to our discussion.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Muhammad Hakim. I am a research engineer at Ford Motor Company Research and Innovation Center. I'm here to share my experience and introduce some of my fellow youth at the Islamic Center of Detroit and how they view and how they experience the month of Ramadan. You know, to make it general to our audience, to our community members, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, we have different experiences in our lives that shape us, that really leave deep memories and inspire us to become the better version of ourselves. And for American Muslims, Ramadan is definitely one of those stations where you not only cut yourself from food or drink, but you really flip all of your schedule over. And you really get rid of a lot of bad habits, and you discover that what's inside you is an amazing person that can do much more, can break, the norms, and can really push the envelope of what you can do as a citizen, as a human being, and as a believer. So for us American Muslims and some of my fellow youth, they will share some of their experiences. But for me personally, I can tell you something. This world will be a better place if we stick to our beliefs, if we really get empowered and get spirituality and put that spirituality into community service, put that spirituality into improving our behavior, put that spirituality into serving our neighbors and our community at large. For me as a research engineer, Ramadan and my spirituality and my involvement in the Muslim community actually push me towards more inventions, push me towards more creativity, push me towards creating jobs and towards trying to solve the real issues that our community is facing. So I hope that my Muslim audience enjoy the month of Ramadan. I hope that my non-Muslim audience actually come and get to know a Muslim who's fasting, and maybe we can invite you over for dinner at our mosque. Maybe we can have something together and we can talk about how we can work together and make this world a better place. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you.
And this was the intro video for our program, Ramadan in the Eyes of American Muslim Youth. Joined us right now in the studio, another student, college student, Tariq Al-Haydari. Welcome to the program, Tariq.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. And as I said, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, and more people are joining as I shared the broadcast on my own page. And it's facebook.com/US Arab Radio. So, Neda, if I go back to your childhood memories of Ramadan, what do you remember the most when you were like 5, 7 years old?
First thing I remember is lentil soup.
Okay.
That's the first thing that's served every single day. I remember when I first started fasting, I was 8 years old, right? And my mom told me, if you fast the whole month, I'll give you $100 for Eid.
Okay.
I was tempted here and there. I didn't fast the whole month. But I still got a nice Eid present. That was my first memory of Ramadan.
How about you, Tariq? What was your first memory in Ramadan?
I remember starting fasting in third grade in Miss Araha's class, and then what I loved about Ramadan is when it was lunchtime, Miss Araha used to let us play on the old Apple computers, those
see-through ones, the colorful ones,
yes,
yeah.
those colorful ones. And I was always on the red one, and that's how red became my favorite color.
Nice. Okay. And for you, Batul, what was your favorite memory in Ramadan for childhood?
Oh, my like the only thing I remember from my childhood during Ramadan is the first day of every Ramadan, my entire family would gather and we'd all like have iftar together. We'd all always gather at my grandmother's house. And then another thing I remember always looking forward to the shows that would come on, like Bab al-Hara and everything.
Right.
And yeah, that was.
And Bab al-Hara is ridiculous. It's still going on until
It's still
today.
going on.
I
just found out
right now.
Like the 9th season. Yeah.
They don't want to end it.
I actually, probably you all had your childhood here in the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a little bit different. I actually had my childhood in Yemen. So my childhood for Ramadan was totally different than here. It was, I think, more fun in Yemen. Ramadan there has a very special feeling. And I remember the best feeling was before having iftar, before breaking fast. And it was always when we go down to the village next to ours, which is very rich with like a small stream. It's not even a river, but we would go there. You would listen to the birds before the iftar. It's like the most, not romantic feeling, but it's like the most kind of great feeling that you have with nature at that time when you're really hungry, but you're listening to the birds singing and you're listening to the farmers doing their thing before the iftar. And it was just great experience there, and that's what I recall from my childhood. Tariq, you want to say something?
I think we should talk about the food in Ramadan.
I'm Yemeni, so it's the best.
The Yemeni food is so good.
I'm Palestinian, so it's actually the best.
No, Yemeni food's the best.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we're not going to argue too much about that. Obviously, there is some dishes that are great in every culture. And food. Let's talk just a little bit about in the beginning of from a religious perspective and from a spiritual perspective. What does Ramadan mean to you as a person when it comes around? Like a lot of people tell me they do change, including myself. I do change my kind of schedule. My work schedule changes. The whole going to the mosque and attending all prayers and the extra prayers is kind of becomes the norm. So religiously, how does Ramadan play for you, Batul?
Okay. So every year, like after every time like Ramadan ends, it feels it's really bittersweet. So every single year, I'm always looking forward to Ramadan, from Eid al-Fitr until actual like when Ramadan comes, because I feel like that's the best time I have, like when I have with my religion and everything, and the motivation I get from Ramadan, that's what I try to keep throughout the entire year. And then when I feel like that motivation is running out, I'm like, okay, it's time for Ramadan now. Like I really want it. So like that's what it really, it's like the one thing that I have.
Nada, for you, what is Ramadan spiritually?
I think it's about sacrifice too and self-control. I do tend to get more religious and more spiritual in Ramadan, I will admit, but I feel like I develop a momentum of like goodness. Yesterday, we had a youth-led effort to clean up on the south end of Dearborn, and I was part of that, and I was so inspired by them. There were little people, like I think we even had a 10-year-old like clean up with us, and their motive was, because it's Ramadan, we need to give back to our community. It's not enough that we're fasting. So it just, Yeah, I think the amount of, I do get more spiritual, and it's about sacrifice and giving back also, and not putting limits to it. It's really not enough that we fast and pray every day. We really have to give that to our community, whether it's money-wise, whether it's our time.
And Tariq, spiritually, what does Ramadan mean for you?
It means Tarawih every single night, which, alhamdulillah, my family is consistent on that. And my favorite part was when we go, I think it was a couple years back, when every time we used to, like, it's a treat to go to ICD with Sheikh Ahmed Al-Jabri, when the Imam, like, his soothing voice, but he's gone now, and I'm just always at the ICD. When we officially moved there, and he left. Allah ysamha.
Yeah, actually...
Hashtag bring Sheikh Ahmed back.
Right? So I actually, for me spiritually, obviously, Ramadan brings me back to the basics of the religion, and remembering those who actually are not fortunate to have food at the end of the night for them. So it kind of reminds me of that, and it takes me back to think that this life, has very simple meanings, and we must do the simple things that we're supposed to do and help out the needy. And that's, I believe, what I get mostly from Ramadan. And as Batul said, it's like charging. It's charging you spiritually for the entire year. It's like a training camp that you go to every year. We will take a commercial break, and we will be back. We welcome your phone calls and your experiences as well, and your memories. You can call the studio at 248-557-3300. You can also post anything on our page or on your page with using the hashtag RadioBelody. And then we will be back, taking a commercial break.
A car accident can change your life in an instant. As a result of a car accident, you may become unemployed. As a result of a car accident, you may need a lot of medical treatment. People think that insurance companies are on their side. Why? Because they're giving them one or two benefits. Are they giving them all the benefits they deserve? How would one know unless you consult with an attorney? Call the law offices of Jumana Kiruz at 248-557-3645. 248-557-3645.
Life for Relief and Development is a nonprofit charity that has been providing humanitarian aid and development to people and communities regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background for over 22 years. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life rushes to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Life also has development projects that provide medical relief, water purification, educational programs, relief for orphans, and much more. Your help and support can greatly improve these efforts. All donations are tax deductible. For more information, please visit our website at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493. That's lifeusa.org, 248-424-7493.
When it comes to reproductive medicine, IVF Michigan Fertility Centers are the recognized leaders. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 5 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. As a founding member of IVF Michigan Fertility Centers, Dr. Nicholas Shama is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. Dr. Shama has performed over 10,000 IVF cases and has helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. American board certified in both obstetrics and gynecology and reproductive endocrinology and infertility, Dr. Nicholas Shama is a very caring, compassionate, expert physician that understands not only the medical but also the emotional toil of infertility on his patients. When it's time, get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio. Call toll-free 855-952-9600, 855-952-9600.
Welcome to the United States. Please proceed to the passport control.
ماذا يقول؟ إلى أين أذهب؟ ماذا علي أن أفعل؟ لو سمحت، هل تساعدني؟ ماذا قال هذا الرجل في الإعلان؟
ألا تعرف الإنجليزية؟
أعرف، ولكن أساسيات فقط.
عليك بتعلم اللغة.
ولكن أين؟ يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام، أساتذة متخصصون، منهج متميز، يمكنك التسجيل طوال العام. لرسوم التسجيل ومواعيد الفصول الدراسية عليك الاتصال بالهاتف رقم
586-797-6960 586-797-6960.
تحدث اللغة وتعلم نمط الحياة مع يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام. تعلم، تحدث وأكثر.
ازاي تعمل فيا كده؟ خيانة. معلش ما كانش قصدي، اديني فرصة تانية. ليه؟ فاكرني اهبل؟ ابعت لك طلب صداقة تاني عشان تخوني من جديد وترفضه.
Up the drama this Ramadan with Sling. Get 50% off and a free Roku Express on the Arabic Mosaic Annual Pack. Watch tons of live Arabic channels and access thousands of video-on-demand hours for $150 a year. All on the go with an 8-day replay feature. Activate now by calling 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic. 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic.
And we are back with Radio Baladi. Today we are talking about Ramadan in the eyes of American Muslim youth. In the studio joined with me, Nada Al-Hanuti, as well as Tariq Al-Haydari and Batul Abbasi. Welcome to the show. I'm really glad that you all joined us. And we're talking today about Ramadan memories, about what Ramadan means to you. And we'd like you to participate. So please give us a call and tell us about your Ramadan memory. We'd love to hear it. The phone number is 248-557-3300. We have some tweets here that I'm reading for the hashtag Ramadan Memories and Radio Baladi. Seeing the mosque full for the first few days, then slowly decreasing until the 27th night. That was it does decrease, yeah.
It was packed
because the first few days you have the mosque full, parking, you can't find parking, and then it gets decreasing until the 27th. And 27th.
But not ICD.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, Masjid al-Salam definitely is that type of, we're the express masjid. We actually finished Taraweeh, and Tariq mentioned Taraweeh. Taraweeh are the extra prayers that you do during Ramadan after Isha. And sometimes, according to school of thoughts, there are 8 rakahs, and in others they have 20. So a lot of people did go to Taraweeh more than they actually do the required prayers, which is kind of ironic, right? Tell me, what is a day like in Ramadan right now that you're an adult, and how do you manage work and fasting? And I want to just make sure on the point of people say, you get really grouchy or you get really turned off by work during Ramadan. Is that an actual thing?
For me, no, because alhamdulillah I have the coolest boss. Shout out to Khulud Dabaja. Yo, Khulud, what up?
Sucking up, Tariq?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're on coffee all day.
I work at Big B Coffee, and I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink the black currant.
Is it still half off?
Yes, half off all drinks.
Okay.
After
Isha?
you iftar.
Yeah.
And Isha, we are open until 1 o'clock. But tonight there's a big party.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Jum's barbecue's coming, and I'm not even getting paid for this sponsorship, but y'all listen. Al-Jum's barbecue and
So they're gonna be at Big B Coffee?
Big B Coffee in the parking lot where it is.
And the address is?
The address, oh God, 3389 Greenfield. How do I know this? 3389 Greenfield, Dearborn, Michigan.
So it's on, Greenfield, and you're an employee. You should know your.
Yeah, where the 7-Eleven plaza is.
Yeah,
now
so Greenfield and
plaza.
Rotunda intersection in Dearborn, a Big B Coffee. So you really enjoy working during Ramadan, you said?
Yes, I really do. Cause
okay. But you're working mostly after iftar, right?
Mostly after iftar, but I do some shifts. The first day of Ramadan, I actually did it right before Futur, and I got home around 9:10. Everyone was eating, and I'm just there. Wow, okay. It's like when you're a kid, you go to sleep on the sofa and wake up on your bed. It's like you got home and
right.
no one's even waiting for you. It's like, oh, hi, Tariq, ahla wa sahla, tfaddal.
Batul, for you, school/work. I don't know if you do work, but
I don't. Sometimes I help my mom work at home because she has like this tutoring business, and like sometimes I help her with that. For me personally, no, with school I haven't experienced school during Ramadan except last year, and I actually really liked it because everybody was like fasting together, and we actually we used lunchtime and we to go do other stuff, and while I'm helping my mom with her tutoring, I kind of actually try to, I want it to end sometimes, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm getting good deeds, because my mom tutors Quran, my mom tutors Arabic.
okay.
So, yeah, so I do that, but other than that, it's not really that different for me.
Okay. Nada?
Some days are slower than others, depending how busy it is for the campaign. I'm going to start door knocking soon, probably next week, so I'm interested to see how that takes part during my fasting. But, for the most part, alhamdulillah, this Ramadan's been very easy for me. I haven't really, the only time I struggled was the first day because I was going through severe coffee withdrawals. But take 2 edibles before you go to sleep and drink 2 cups of coffee after Iftar. I literally do them back to back. But alhamdulillah, it's not that bad, and I don't think the time's going by slow, honestly. Just keep yourself busy, but don't work out in the sun too much. Yesterday I got a little too thirsty.
Okay, yeah, with especially the cleanup.
Yeah.
For me, actually, during work, I worked out a deal with my manager to go late, and then I would work on a Saturday, make up the hours, and also I take about 1.5 vacation hours every day. So in a span of just 2 weeks, I'm taking 2 days off. But I think it's worth it because I only sleep a few hours, and I need the sleep time in the morning so I can be as productive as possible at work. Some people say that I do change during Ramadan. I'm more quiet than I'm more obnoxious outside Ramadan at work. But yeah, more quiet, just by myself, listening to either lectures or Quran and on my headphones. So that's great. So everybody is so excited that I know that a lot of people get so much energy during Ramadan to do more than they actually do outside Ramadan. But sometimes with the number of hours that we do fast, and by the way, we're not the longest. Other countries in the world actually have more hours fasting, like Iceland. Batul?
I actually saw this video last year or the year before. I guess this country is so far up north that the sun never sets.
Iceland, yeah.
Yeah, and so they actually have to go by this a different country's schedule.
Right.
And,
yeah, they do break fast when the sun is still out, right?
Yeah, so only get 2 hours of eating.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But Chile had 4 or 5 hours of fasting.
Well, about 6-7 hours. I actually went to Chile in 2015 for the Copa America World Cup. It wasn't Ramadan. It was days before Ramadan. And yeah, the day actually is very short there. So good for them, right?
I mean, it comes around every 30 years. So.
All right, we'll be taking another commercial break, and then once we come back, we're going to talk about Ramadan and your experiences with non-Muslims, explaining Ramadan to non-Muslims, and how do the conversations carry out, because I have some stories too from work. But we'll be back, and we'll take a commercial break.
منظمة رحمة للإغاثة تعمل بجد وتفان بهدف خدمة الإنسانية، خصوصا في المناطق المنكوبة بسبب الأوضاع في سوريا، وتعمل أيضا في دول الجوار التي تستقبل اللاجئين السوريين وتقدم خدماتها الإنسانية للجميع دون أي تمييز. للتواصل مع المنظمة الهاتف رقم 248-990-4247 أو الموقع الإلكتروني rahmarelief.org.
There's a cool vibe in Detroit these days, the same vibe that's at Marygrove College. We've got great career-oriented degrees that will put you on a path to your future, on campus and online. Why not explore Marygrove? You can start college this spring. Go to marygrove.edu or call 313-927-1240 to get more information. International students pay the same rate as domestic students, and let us empower you.
حكيم عيونها فهم في العين وافهم كمان في
ومن بمثل خبرة الدكتور عماد نقاش أستاذ الطب وجراحة العيون في جامعة وين، خبرة طويلة في التعامل مع أمراض العيون وجراحتها، عمليات تعديل وتصفية النظر، إزالة الماء الأبيض والأسود الجلوكوما، وتصحيح النظر من أثار مرض السكر. كادر متخصص ومتدرب لخدمتكم، شعبة متخصصة للنظارات الطبية والهندسة اللاصقة، يقبلون معظم أنواع التأمين الصحي. زوروهم في عيادتهم الواقعة على جنار والناين مايل في مدينة هيزل بارك. للمواعيد اتصلوا على 248-336-3937 248-336-3937 أو عيادتهم في راجستر هاوس. للمعلومات اتصلوا على 248-299-3937 248-299-3937.
Are you going to start a restaurant or grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Naji Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Naji Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Naji Abood, 734-744-9796.
Welcome to the United States. Please proceed to the passport control.
ماذا يقول؟ إلى أين أذهب؟ ماذا علي أن أفعل؟ لو سمحت، هل تساعدني؟ ماذا قال هذا الرجل في الإعلان؟
ألا تعرف الإنجليزية؟
أعرف، ولكن أساسيات فقط.
عليك بتعلم اللغة.
ولكن أين؟ يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام، أساتذة متخصصون، منهج متميز، يمكنك التسجيل طوال العام. لرسوم التسجيل ومواعيد الفصول الدراسية عليك الاتصال بالهاتف رقم
586-797-6960 586-797-6960.
تحدث اللغة وتعلم نمط الحياة مع يوتيكا كوميونيتي سكول ESL بروجرام. تعلم، تحدث وأكثر.
ازاي تعمل فيا كده؟ خيانة!
معلش ما كانش قصدي، اديني فرصة تانية.
ليه؟ فاكرني اهبل؟ ابعت لك طلب صداقة تاني عشان تخوني من جديد وترفضه.
Up the drama this Ramadan with Sling. Get 50% off and a free Roku Express on the Arabic Mosaic Annual Pack. Activate now by calling 1-855-402-3979. Watch tons of live Arabic channels and access thousands of video on-demand hours for $150 a year. All on the go with an 8-day replay feature. Activate now by calling 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic.
And welcome back, Radio Baladi listeners. This is Adel Mozip welcoming you to the show. We're talking today about Ramadan in the eyes of American Muslim youth. And joined with me today in the studio, Nada Al-Hanuti, Tariq Al-Haydari, and Batul Abbasi, talking about their experiences in Ramadan. Addressing some of the comments that we received on Facebook here. Jad Kinaan Jadallah Tawil says, Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem from Palestine. Fellow Americans, he's been 25 years in Detroit with special Ramadan at Dix and ICD. Muhammad Jabr from Egypt. Good morning, my dear friend Adel. Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan Kareem to you too, Muhammad. Dr. Qais Ghanem from Ottawa, Canada says he is one of those who are fasting very long hours. So keep hanging, Dr. Qais. We're all with you. We have a question here from our friend Kib Kozad, Chicago area. He said, hey Adel, ask everyone if experiencing Ramadan in the U.S. is more difficult because there are so many non-Muslims running around drinking their pops or eating in the street.
Not even water. That is the most common thing you can get. Sometimes it is very hard to explain. It's almost like you have to explain yourself. My program in grad school is predominantly I was the only woman of color, I guess, and I feel like a lot of them haven't been exposed to Muslims. So they would ask me questions, sometimes it would be a little more offensive, like, like the accidental racism kind of thing. Oh, are you Islamic? Why do you do this? But what's the point? Oh, it's not good for you. I get that a lot. You're doing damage to your body. So sometimes it's frustrating, but honestly, I just take the patience and explain to them the message of Ramadan.
Okay, Batul, experience with any non-Muslims and yeah.
Okay, it's not really that hard when people are like, going around eating, because, no, for me personally, but like, for others it is. And yeah, oh yeah, for non-Muslims. Actually, like, I don't really have that many experiences, like that many awkward experiences with people asking me about Ramadan. It's usually just out of curiosity, like, what's the point of doing that? Is it okay if I fast? I got that, a lot. And actually, some of my non-Muslim friends, they actually like fasted with me a day, and it's really nice. Like, they're really nice about it. So here.
Tariq, what is your experience with non-Muslims in Ramadan?
I haven't really had any experiences. I mean, the friends that I have, they already know the answers.
Okay.
There is one, but I think they're gonna see it, and I don't want to say it.
No, go ahead.
It's super embarrassing. No, I'm good.
No, it's okay.
No.
All right. For me, actually, since I work in a workplace where not a lot of Muslims are there, answering some of the awkward questions that you mentioned, and how do you do it is most of the question that I get is like, how do you abstain even from water? You can't even drink water. That is like the most like shocking questions for them. Yeah. So yeah, we do abstain from water too, and abstain even from doing any non-good things. So we actually have our good friend Jerry, who always participates with us on the line. So let's take him. And Jerry is a good friend of the program. Ustad Jerry, تفضل.
Thank you, Mr. Adel Mozip, and to you and to your guests, and for me as American Chaldean Christian, I want to wish all of you a happy Ramadan al-Kareem, wa inshallah will come with prosperity for all the people, خصوصا العالم الإسلامي. So happy Ramadan from my deepest heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Nada, Ms. Nada, for your show with Mr. Adel Mozip. He's always there. And to your other guest student, I believe, Mr. Tariq, I want to salute you. And it's a beautiful show, beautiful program. And I just tune into the radio and I say, I will not let this occasion
I salute you back.
Without talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Adel Mozip, my question is to your guest, to Ms. Nada, to Mr. Tariq. Shahr Ramadan is the month of mercy and forgiveness and love. And we all have a good memories. For me, when I born in Baghdad, all our neighbors, most of them brother Muslim, and we were celebrate with them the happiness of Ramadan. And my question is to Ms. Nada Tariq, did you guys reach out during this holy month to the other youth, other people in your community, especially when the Arab and the Chaldean, they are the most majority in the metropolitan Detroit? This month, I believe, will be a great opportunity during the iftar, during that, for communication between Muslim and Christian and Jews, to be one family. We are all son of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So I believe I will address this question and I see their reaction. Shukran and happy Ramadan again.
Thank you once again, and I do apologize for the listeners on Facebook since they couldn't listen with the phone calls. So I'll repeat the question that Jerry posted to our guest.
And I'll listen to you on the radio.
Sure. Thank you, Jerry. He's asking about reaching out to non-Muslims during Ramadan. Do you do that on a personal basis? And I have some actually announcement to make about reaching out to non-Muslims, but let's go around and talk about reaching out to your brothers of other faiths and sisters of other faith as well. Nada?
You know, I haven't done so much this year. I think because I've been so much immersed in my campaign in Dearborn, so I haven't really. I've been around my Muslim brothers and sisters this Ramadan, but going back to the youth, I think Tariq, you work heavily with the youth, and I was just with the project, like I said the other day, and the youth is very, very proactive in Ramadan. Like yesterday, I said they did the cleanup in the South End, and I know in about 2 weeks they're going to have a food drive. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the youth that's really taking control in Ramadan with all these activities.
Batul?
Personally, every single year I try to have an iftar with my friends that it always doesn't work, but when it's like at my cousin's house or at my friend's house or anything, we do have non-Muslims there with us. Like as I said, when we have sometimes friends fasting with us, or even if they're not fasting with us, like they're there with us, and it's a really nice time with them. And there's actually going to be a youth iftar, I think tomorrow at the ICD, and all these communities are invited to come. So yeah, inshallah, I'm looking forward to it.
So the ICD, for those who don't know, is the Islamic Center of Detroit. It's on Tyreman in Detroit and Dearborn border. Tariq,
there's also a qiyam that's going to happen tonight. What is it? Oh, a qiyam. It's where we have at the mosque we have like
an all-nighter.
All-nighter, yes.
Yeah.
The men and the women, they're all, I mean, when it comes, Batul, you want to finish?
I don't really know where you're going with that, but I'll explain what the qiyam is. It's basically where, what I remember from last year, especially with these youth qiyams, we go, there'd be a lecture or something. It's just basically for the youth to get to know each other. It's like fun spiritual activities. And then the main part of the qiyam is the nightly prayers, which I believe you pray. I forgot how many rak'ahs, but yeah, it's basically prolonged prayers based on what I remember. And then you basically get to have suhoor there, which is the meal you have before you start fasting again for the next day, and then you go home, and it's a really nice experience.
And usually mosques around the area, they do host some kind of iftars for non-Muslims. So they do host break fasting for non-Muslims and introducing them to the faith and why Muslims fast and explaining them to the. So one thing that I would like to announce is the Humanity Day that the American Muslim Society, which is the Dearborn Masjid on Dix, is hosting on June 10th. And Jerry, if you're going to be there, please let me know so I can attend as well. And others are very invited to this break fasting for non-Muslims on June 10th from 7 to 9:30 at the American Muslim Society, 9945 West Werner Highway in Dearborn, Michigan. If you have any questions about that, you can go to masjiddearborn.org, MASJID, dearborn.org, and find out more information about this free event. There will be a meal, there will be some lectures and networking and talking one-on-one with people who do visit the mosque. And a lot of people, especially from Southwest Detroit, from Dearborn Heights, visit that mosque on this day. And this has become an annual event for the American Muslim Society. So that's one event. I'm not sure if ICD is holding one. I'm not sure if Islam is holding one, but definitely if you are, reach out to the masjid near you or the mosque and ask them if they're holding something for non-Muslims if you'd like to participate. Going back to the discussion, we're going to take one final commercial break, And once we come back, we're going to talk about if you have spent Ramadan outside outside Dearborn or outside Detroit, Metro Detroit, where did you spend it? And you tell us the experience there and the different experiences that you've had. So we will take our final commercial break, and we will be back.
رمضان كريم.
في رمضان ذي ألوان تنفرد بأحدث وأقوى إنتاجات الدراما الهندية التي لن تجدها في أي مكان آخر. في سباق الدراما لرمضان هذا العام لنا هدف واحد هو إرضاؤك. I like it. ذي ألوان لون رمضانك.
كنت أبحث عن اشتراك في خدمة تلفزيونية جديدة، لكن صاحب المتجر أخبرني عن IPTV بوكس والتي تحتوي على القنوات العربية.
ادفع لمرة واحدة فقط واستمتع بالقنوات المميزة مدى الحياة مجانا.
يا له من عرض! لقد ظننت أنني تسرعت في الشراء، وفي غضون أسبوعين بدأت قنواتي المفضلة في الاختفاء. حاولت الاتصال بالشركة، عندها اكتشفت أنه ليس لدي تصريح لمشاهدة القنوات المميزة. يا لها من مضيعة للمال والوقت.
تفضل بزيارة checkyourbox.com اليوم للتأكد من أن جهاز IPTV Box الخاص بك مصرح به، وأن قنواتك المفضلة متاحة وآمنة ولا تنخدع بالسعر فقط.
ازاي تعمل فيا كده؟ خيانة! معلش ما كانش قصدي، اديني فرصة تانية. ليه؟ فاكرني اهبل؟ ابعت لك طلب صداقة تاني عشان تخوني من جديد وترفضه.
Up the drama this Ramadan with Sling. Get 50% off and a free Roku Express on the Arabic Mosaic Annual Pack. Watch tons of live Arabic channels and access thousands of video on demand hours for $150 a year. All on the go with an 8-day replay feature. Activate now by calling 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic. 1-855-402-3979 or visit sling.com/Arabic.
Life is full of experiences. Some of them are good, some of them are not that good. Some of them leave deep memories in us and help us change towards the better.
Night here at the ICD, we have iftars underneath a huge tent where people can come and just enjoy a meal here at the masjid. Afterwards, we have Taraweeh prayers led by a renowned scholar in Qari, Nadi Kishik. Parents, please bring your babies and your toddlers and the children and put them into our different babysitting programs where you can have khushu' during salah. Afterwards, throughout the month of Ramadan, we have different competitions, different lectures where we can compete and increase for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have any questions, please call us at 313-584-4143 or visit us at www.icdonline.org.
Ziyad brand. Quality products from our family to yours. Ziyad Brothers Importing offers the finest quality products, including brands like Sultan, Kraft, Nestle, Hook, Rico Picon, Dana, and many more. Ask your retailer to carry these fine products because you deserve the very best. For more information, visit our website at www.ziyad.com. That's www.ziyad.com. Ziyad, quality products from our family to yours.
أسواق زمزم الواقع على 24065 أورشاد ليك في مدينة فارمington هيلز ترحب بالجالية العربية والكلدانية. تنزيلات كبيرة على عموم المواد الغذائية في يوم الأربعاء من كل أسبوع. لا تنسوا فريش كاري اوت، جميع انواع المعجنات، وايضا صواني الكمبو المشكله والصمون الحار. لحوم حلال الجاليه العربيه والاسلاميه الملحمه باداره قصاب الجاليه المعروف سلوان جربوع. زوروهم على 24065 اورشاد ليك في مدينه فارمington هيلز او اتصلوا بهم على 248-476-0300. اسواق زمزم للمذاق عنوان لجميع طلباتكم، اتصلوا على 248-476-0300. اسواق زمزم للمعامله الراقية وكرم الضيافة عنوان.
And welcome back, Radio Belody listeners. This is Adel Mozip welcoming you back to the show. Today has been a great pleasure having those great people with me, Nadal Hanuti, Tariq Al-Haydari, and Batul Abbasi, talking about their experiences and Ramadan through their eyes as American Muslim youth. And I have a question for them about if they have spent Ramadan outside their normal residency. So Batul, with you, any memories of outside?
I think I remember like one day we went to Windsor. We had a family in Windsor. We had iftar with them, and they're Maghribi, and they make the best couscous like ever. So yeah, I remember that. But other than that, like not really. Like it was just normal azima to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think with me, my first. I'm pretty sure I did have an experience outside, like of Ramadan outside of Dearborn, but when I was about 8 years old, we lived in Northern Virginia, and what was really nice about the area is it's so diverse. So I fasted amongst like a few of my, we had like, my classmate consisted of like every ethnicity, every religion, every color. And I remember we would fast together, and we would go to the library for lunchtime, but I remember some of my classmates would want to like pretend they're fasting with us to go to the library with us because they didn't want to go to the lunchroom because there's like a majority of us fasting. But I remember everyone was very respectful because we were very lucky to be in such a diverse district. So I never got any backlash or anything from it. And I think they were more encouraging than anything.
Tariq, did you spend any Ramadans outside your
No, I've
Dearborn?
always been in Dearborn.
Man, you're in a bubble.
Yeah. Gotta get out.
I do go outside, just Ramadan is a family thing and
Right.
stuff with them.
You know, there was one blogger who actually did 30 mosques in 30 days in Ramadan. So he started, doing like a journey, a country journey around the states. He visited like 7 or 9 states, and every day he would have an iftar at a different masjid. I'd like to do that one day. That would be like an awesome experience, just to experience the different communities, Muslim communities around the U.S., or even go internationally. Actually, my only Ramadan outside Dearborn was in Yemen, obviously, when I was a kid. And best memories, because at night the entire kind of village gets together for after Taraweeh. You would have some parties going on here and there. You do get invited for iftar with so many different families, and I remember attending a wedding in Ramadan, and that was kind of different. Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, they can't wait.
But let me say something. I love Dearborn, like Ramadan in Dearborn.
Right.
All the businesses open up till 4 a.m. It's completely safe. Everyone stays out. Like, I stay out till like 2 or 3 in the morning just sitting with my friends, eating, like talking. It's like I only sleep 4 hours a night, but it's so worth it. And that's what's like, you don't start living your day, like going through your day until after iftar. So Ramadan in Dearborn is the next best thing you can have to overseas Ramadan. I completely encourage anyone who's in the U.S. to like spend Ramadan in Dearborn. It's a really beautiful thing.
A week because I really love it, honestly.
Yeah.
So if I tell you what a Muslim or non-Muslim must do during this Ramadan, and you said visit Dearborn, how about you, Batul? What should they do?
Maybe try fasting.
Try fasting?
See how it goes for them.
Maybe have a thought at somebody's house too.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Anybody want to volunteer and invite others?
Hey, my house tomorrow at 9.
There you go.
All right, amazing. So I wanted to actually mention a few things. There is 2 competitions, Musabaqa Thaqafiyya and Musabaqa for Umrah. So if you answer the questions, you will get into a drawing for Umrah for 2. You'd have to answer every day. Every 2 days there is a question that goes on U.S. Arab Radio page. Very simple questions. Very simple Islamic questions. The other competition, you win diamonds, you win a TV, you win a lot of great things that U.S. Arab Radio is presenting. So visit U.S. Arab Radio Facebook page or usarabmedia.com/Ramadan. usarabmedia.com/Ramadan, and you'll see all the questions there. You can submit every day. You can log in, or every 2 days log in, submit your answer for that question, or watch the video for that question and answer it, and hopefully you get into the drawing, and a lot of prizes are being provided by that competition. I also want to mention another thing that usually people get together during Ramadan, and families get together for iftar, and beautiful experiences when you meet so many different people in a span of just 1 month. And that really talks about the kind of family-oriented experience of Ramadan. And I would advise a lot of people to invite their families over and get together. It's a lot of fun, and we don't experience this the entire year, so you only have 30 days to experience it. I thank Batul, I thank Tariq, I thank Nada.
Thank you for having us.
Any last words about Ramadan and your experience, and any advice to others who are fasting?
Make sure you take advantage of it. Like, for any Muslims watching, make sure you take advantage of it, because you honestly never know when you're gonna see the next Ramadan. There are people who pass away legit like the day before Ramadan. So like, make sure to take advantage of it, and make sure that like you do your best during this month.
Because some people actually, and it bothers me, because they abuse Ramadan, right? Yeah. They just use it for long sahras and don't really experience the spiritual side of Ramadan, and just focus on the materialistic side, which is saddening sometimes. Any advice, Nada?
Drink a lot of water. Honestly, this Ramadan, I drink like 3 or 4 bottles of water before I go to sleep, and it has helped me tremendously. And eat healthy foods, guys. I know there's a lot of delicious stuff out there, but make sure your body's healthy. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Eat the salad before anything.
Tariq?
For suhoor, have like 2 dates, because I had it 2 days ago and I've been having it since. I have energy until like about 15 hours into eating until... I have 15 hours into fasting, and then I lose all my energy.
Right. I would say try also different foods. Damas Cuisine actually recently opened in Farmington Hills. Delicious Syrian food. I would advise everybody to visit that place for iftar or suhoor. Suhoor, right? Yeah. Suhoor. So I definitely advise everybody. It's been a great pleasure. It's been a great show. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you once again, and we'll talk next week.